Okay, we're going to start today. We're going to start today. What I really wanted to speak about today was how to work with spiritualist affirmations, different things within our lives, kind of get an idea of what's going on with that. So really what I wanted to talk about today was this checking for how to improve the connection within our lives. So, and how to do that through mediumship, through connection to our religious beliefs and different things in our lives. So I really wanted to touch base with that today. So, and when we talk about this, and when we teach mediumship, when we teach healing, mediumship, connecting to the spirits, connecting to higher guides, our higher self, different things, our vibration, we learn how to, at the first, we're not going to get into our thoughts mean things, our thoughts or connections within our lives. We're not going to say that and do a whole bit of everything that, but it's what our inner voice is telling us. It's what our inner voice, our connection, because I was always taught to try to quiet the inner voice, quiet the inner voice, the one that's talking against my forward motion, against the situations within my life. So, and I learned as a spiritualist to do affirmations, to work with affirmations, to clear the energy and work on it. So, and that's what really good is. What's good about the affirmations. You can tell yourself you are whole, you are powerful, you are gifted, you are happy, you are healthy, you are I am. And we go into the I am. The I am healthy, I am abundant, I am powerful, I am. You can do this through your life and pick up and do a whole set of these that work for you, that fit the vibration for you. I am whole, I am powerful, I am gifted, I am healthy, I am happy, I am connected. Whatever you feel that you need to do, and get a group of them together, and during the day, during the night, you pretty much say those. You say them to yourself, to the vibration. Now, you might not sense something going on right away, sense something going on in the vibration right away, but after a while, you're going to get to the point that you're going to say, oh, it's starting to feel lighter. It's starting to feel connected. It's starting to feel something in the vibration is starting to maneuver itself. So what you really want to do is find something that works for you. When I was doing the four agreements, and different things with that, and the Ho'oponopono was Joe Vitale, and doing these different things in my life, I always kind of looked and took parts from the Ho'oponopono prayer, which was, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. Or you go to the four agreements, where it is be impeccable with my word, be impeccable with my word. And the vibration with that is trying to be impeccable with what you're telling yourself. What that voice is continually talking to you. What are you telling yourself every day? I know we're going through situations right now in the world and around the United States and different things. We have all this bombardment of stuff within our lives. And I know it's out there. Somebody said, Louis, you don't want to deal in fear. Well, I'm not dealing in fear. What I'm dealing in is preservation of the energy that's within my being. So I'm putting vibrations in here no matter what's going on throughout the vibration. Whatever's going on in your life, what's going on in the world, doesn't mean that you have to incorporate it within your cells, within your vibration, within your being. So letting that whole energy, that whole vibration of allowing yourself to connect to your higher self. When you get quiet, you allow yourself to listen to yourself. I have a little thing I do. What I do in my vibration is I'll sit quietly, and I'll sit quietly somewhere in my home, and I'll say something. I'll say, I am abundant. I am abundant. I am receiving money through my life. It flows my life without restrictions. Then I get quiet for a moment. Then I get quiet, and I just see what my mind is telling me. What is that voice saying right behind the curtain? Is it telling me that, I don't know if you'll ever get money, this other, what's it really telling you? That is the voice I'm trying to quiet. That is the voice I'm trying to change the channel, change the vibration of the channel. I can talk all I want about I am abundant, I am healthy, I am this, I am that, I am this. But if I don't change that voice, that connection, that voice behind me, that voice behind the curtain, then I'm not going to change the vibration in front of me. And doing the affirmations, sure, you can say affirmations throughout the day. Do it all day long throughout your life. But if you don't change that voice behind you, maneuver that to the page that you want the voice on, then miraculous miracles, different things within your life start to appear, and you go, I got what I want. I received. Somebody told me the other day that, Lewis, that's being a little bit selfish, asking for things for yourself. You have to really understand that a lot of things in your life, a lot of vibrations, a lot of things in your life, through lifetimes, incarnations, there are things, situations, and things within your life that you have never in your life received because you lived on this earth plane, you did what you were supposed to do, and you went back to spirit without asking, without connecting to that vibration of receiving. And it's when we get very, not spiritual, I don't want to say that everybody spiritual is going to receive what they need in their life, but when we start understanding how the thoughts and different things work, then we start to maneuver the vibration within our life to get us to where we need to be. So then you have a close proximity of that situation of receiving what is already yours to begin with. You're not taking anything away from anyone else. You are receiving it. And a lot of times we receive action in our lives because we are in the process of coming in front of people, to be in front of people, to help, to encourage them. And we need that extra growth, that extra vibration in our lives to maneuver us down the path. What if you need to move halfway across the world and you don't have the money to do that? But you have to get halfway across the world because you have to affect some people on your life journey. Spirit will move heaven and earth, place the money, place the things, situations within your life to get you there. So you're not asking for things to just appear in your life. You're asking for your guides to maneuver you down the path, but to be very gentle with you as you maneuver down the path. That's what you're asking for, to be this comfortable journey. And I've done readings most of my life. It's this whole connection of people hit the screen door as fast as they can, and they fall down. They go, well, why did that happen? I said, because you didn't stop. You didn't ask. You didn't propel in motion. You didn't have to look at the door and notice the door said pull, never said push. It's when we stop in our lives, get our vibrations under control. And that's where the affirmations come into play. That's where telling yourself these things, this vibration, and you're looking at some time during the day to put something very positive in your life, positive, whether it's a book or a show, or maybe you like watching some comedy that's going to get you to laugh, to get to a better connection within your life. It's whatever you feel works for you. And something that works for you might not work for somebody else down the road. It might not work for them. It might not be that whole connection for where they are. It might not be that whole vibration of where they are. It is that connection of where you need to be. You. And it's all about you. There's a book that was on the market. All the book was called was You. I don't even think it's in print anymore. I think you could still get it from Amazon, different place. But it was a book that just said You. And that's what it is. It's all about you. It's where you, because you're going to be the one that's going to be the catalyst, probably in your life, to affect a lot of people as you move through this lifetime. And some of the things are for you. Some of the things are connected to your vibration, connected to your higher sense of consciousness. But it has a lot to deal with the people you come in contact with. Contact. Years ago, I'm going to tell a story about my life, but years ago, when I was still in high school, and I was in high school, and I kind of knew my stepmother was going to actually commit suicide. I knew it. My guides had told me. I knew it. So I drove home as fast as I could get there, to try to stop this whole situation from happening. And I didn't. I didn't stop it. I got there when it was happening, and things were maneuvered in front of me that I couldn't figure out why Spirit was turning all the red lights on, stopping me in traffic, not letting me get back to the house. But it was not my thing to change that, to redo that or reset that. No matter how hard I wanted to fix that or fix that situation, it was not my job to do that. Because after that happened, my life started to change in different ways that moved me in a different direction, got me in front of people that I probably would never have gotten in front of before if that would not have happened. So we kind of look at things in our life as bad things, but what if they were just catalysts to get us to where we needed to be, or to get the group consciousness to that vibration. And sometimes we look so much on something that happened instead of looking at the whole picture. I know at the time that things happen, we go through that moment of pain and sorrow and different things in our lives, and we have that moment. But once we get past it a year, 2 years, 3 years, we kind of notice that, oh, that's why that happened. That's why that was put in my vibration. But it's how we arrive. And that's what the affirmations do. That's what the spiritualist affirmations do, or any kind of affirmations that you want to speak on. That's what they do. That's what they connect to in people's lives, because they allow you to change the course, not the path. It's how you arrive at the destination that you chose before you actually entered this earth plane. You chose that destination. Doesn't mean you can arrive there in a different way, that you can skip quite a few of the potholes on the road and get there without shaking up the whole car. There's a way to get there, and the way to get there is to allow yourself to connect to your higher self, and that comes by being quiet. My mother used to say, be still and know that you are God. Be still. Silence, the law of silence, to be silent and to listen. And I've learned that through my life, and learning how to be silent, listening to what they're telling me. Listening. Sometimes I feel like I need to go help, and sometimes we do in our lives. We want to go help. We want to go encourage. We will have to go help. Oh my God, we have to encourage. But then sometimes we become the enabler, not the helper anymore. We become the enabler. So sometimes we need to step back. We don't want to. It's our heart. We want to be in there. But sometimes we need to step back to allow the river to run, to allow whatever needs to happen, because we are the enabler of the situation. So, and that's why we listen to our inner voice. We listen to that inner thought, that vibration within our lives. And I usually say affirmations when I get up in the morning. I say them when I'm walking around getting ready for in the morning. I'll be doing my affirmations every single morning. I do them in the afternoon, and I'll do them again, majorly do them a lot when I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm getting ready to go to sleep at night. I'm doing these affirmations throughout the day. I'm doing the same affirmations I do every single day, and I do them just to change the energy, just to change the vibration. Because what I'm doing is, Joe Vitale has a whiteboard exercise that he has called the whiteboard. And what happens is he allows you to sit there and you write all kinds of things on this whiteboard. What bothers you, what's happening, what's going on, what's happening, what's going on. And you fill everything up on this whiteboard. You write everything that's bothering you, everything that you would like to have, everything you would like to see, everything. And then you envision in your mind's eye an eraser. And as you start on the board, you just start erasing. You start cleaning the whiteboard. And these could be beliefs that are actually back in your life from this lifetime. Maybe your parents had a hard time with money, and now you have this whole inner voice within your vibration about money or health. I love it when people tell me, oh, I can't be healthy. You know, I got family, they are just sick and they're ill, and I'm probably going to be sick and ill too, and on and on and on. And they're just reinforcing the inevitable situations within their life. It's when you start to erase, and you're starting to erase all this stuff out of your life. Just erase it. Just clear it. Move it out of your vibration. And then clean the board so it's all crystal white again. And then you do that again until eventually you're looking at the board, trying to write something on the board, and you're not really coming up with that much that you personally need to write. Or the stuff that you're writing on the board gets less and less and less until it becomes a white board. We're allowing ourselves to clear the energies in our vibrations. As spiritualists, we believe that people are continuity of life. We pass from this earth plane into the spirit world. What your thoughts are here, you will be on the other side. If Uncle Joe was miserable and stupid and ugly here, he's going to be the same way on the other side. It's who they are. It's what they bring with them. So we have to realize that when we do this in our lives, it's what we're thinking, what we're propelling in motion. If you believe there's no spirit world, if there's no, we'll just go back to dust, I'm not going to spirit world, blah, 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 I don't believe in that. What will happen is you will end up sitting somewhere on the spirit side of life, and angels, guides, people will start to minister to you, try to get you to look up, try to get you to look at it. But if you cannot accept it, you'll sit there for a while waiting for something, and all of a sudden your guides will keep ministering to you, working with you, getting you to try to move you to that next level. What you want to do is you want to ditch your mind's thought. It's by the vibration of thought. And I was taught many years ago, the meridian lines that run through the universe, that run through the earth plane, that run through the universe, we're all standing on certain lines of energy. We're standing on certain lines of energy. Wherever you live, wherever you are at this point, you're in your home, you're wherever you are, you're standing on an energy vortex. You're standing on a line. And there's probably hundreds and hundreds of people that are standing on the same line, that are standing on the same connection, they're standing on the same vibration. So all these people are affecting that consciousness that runs along that line into eternity. So now, when we get finished and people go, I don't know why I moved, why I changed my life, why all this stuff is happening, why I've lost my job, why am I moving, why? Because you were done with that line. You were done standing there where you were. You were done standing there. And Spirit in the process moves you, propels you to a different energy center, a different energy vibration. And instead of fighting the energy vibration, ask your guides. Tell them, okay, you want to change my life. You know, this is what I would like to have. I would like to have this. This is what I need. I was always taught by my grandmother, Spirit will produce your needs. Might not produce your wants, but they will produce your needs. What do you personally need? And ask them. And be able to accept it with that voice behind the curtain. Be able to accept what you personally have asked for. And then to be able to be watchful or be vigilant or have some kind of visualization going on in your life to visualize what you want to and kind of see where it's leading you. Sometimes Spirit will play, let's hide it behind the tree. Because the old story that people that were in the spiritualist religion, it's an old story about divinity. The three gods said we're going to have to hide man's divinity. One said, we'll put it in the ocean. The guy said, the other two said, no, man will search there. They'll find it. The other guide said, well, let's just put it in the bottom of a mountain, in a volcano. No, man will probably find it there too. The one master guide said, why don't we just drop divinity inside the man? He'll never look for it inside himself. And that's where divinity got dropped, inside of us. Through our lives, we have to be that contact with divinity, that divine within ourselves. And that's by closing, because I know each one of us have wonderful people, awesome things going on in our lives. But the question is through our lives, through birth, through our young years, teenage years, into our adulthood, we're propelled through all this information, all these things that happen within our lives. So we take on some of that. That's like the religion of spiritualism. It's not spiritualism. It was never really meant to be a religion. It was more of love. A bunch of Methodists decided that they were going to be spiritualists, but Methodists never lost their belief system of being a Methodist. They just moved their belief system, a lot of it, into spiritualism. I call us a bunch of Reformed Catholics. So we're just a bunch of Reformed Catholics. The question is, we just brought our religion with us. So if you're a Southern Baptist, you're a Pentecostal, you're a Jehovah's Witness, it doesn't matter. You come part of spiritualism. You're not going to drop all that on the doorstep and say, "Whew, that's the end of that. I'm going in. I'm doing this." You're still going to bring that belief system with you. And that's the same with what you ask for in your life, what you propel within your life, what you do. It has that whole connection of allowing you to believe what you believe. And that's the one good thing about spiritualism. It allows you to believe the way you want to believe. And you're still going to bring stuff with you. And that's through your life when people teach you things, put things into vibration. You have that belief system behind you. Whether the belief system about health, about money, about relationships. So we have that system going on behind us. Whether we understand it or not, it's there. So that's when we do the affirmations. That's when we do these things in our lives and say, no, no, no. And I am works extremely. The I ams. The I am works extremely well because I am healthy. I am abundant. I am whole. I am this. And tell yourself those things and fit something that fits the vibration, not because somebody else thinks that. I love when people get a book and they'll say, "Oh, this person does this, and I'm going to do exactly what they do, and I'm going to see if it works." Doesn't quite work that way. Same thing with mediumship, same thing with anything else. Probably not going to do it exactly the way somebody else does it. You're going to do it the way you personally feel is what you do. Listen to yourself. Listen to the vibration of how Spirit's working with you. And that's just that connection, that asking. I've always asked my guides, is there something I missed, something I should have seen, something I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? Then I allow them to go out ahead of me. Allow them to work with the vibration. Allow that to start to propel itself towards me. Give me an idea of how Spirit is working with me. That's what you do. You watch the vibration that's happening in front of you. And you see if there's a pattern to it, a pattern. If you see a green dragonfly and then during a TV set, there's a green dragonfly again. You see green dragonfly again, there's something else, green dragonfly. And somebody enters your life, and something might happen. They have a green dragonfly tattooed on their hand. And they go, "I'd really love to talk to you about some kind of endeavor that I'm in. I'd really like to help you." Green dragonfly. It keeps appearing in your life. What you're doing is you're watching for that. Once you get that voice under control, that connection of voice behind you under control, and that's through just repetition. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am whole. I am powerful. I am. And once you keep telling yourself that, it starts to change that voice behind you, that connection to the spirit world. So when I do Lucerne and I work with Lucerne and I allow him to work with me, he brings to a lot of information about how it all connects to the other side of life. There are guides that have followed you, 10 to 15 that have maneuvered themselves, that you handpicked on the other side to follow you to this earth planet. So you've got those 10 to 15 people that are part of your guide base. And then 3 of those stay part of your guide throughout your life. The rest will change as you progress, as you move higher and higher in your consciousness. Then there are family members, people that have been part of this cycle, but they're part of your group. There's orbs, there's planes of existence on the other side, which your group, your personal group in your life could be 1,000 people. That is your group. That is your connected group, that vibrational connected group with this earth plane existence. And through lifetimes, people within that group will incarnate within your life. This lifetime you could be a son. Next lifetime you could be the father. Next time you could be the uncle. Next time you could be somebody else. But the people within your group, transpose within your group to help you on your life lessons, your encouragements and situations within your life. But they also are there to move the group, to bring the group to a higher sense of consciousness. So a lot of things, like I said, a lot of things happen in your life, probably not made for you. They might not be for you. Could be this whole situation for the group. So that's what we asked ourselves, is the path I'm on working for me, Spirit? If not, could you let me know what I need to do? And then you watch where Spirit is trying to propel you down the path. We can go in metaphysics, mystery schools, all this stuff. All of them have a good thread of the vibration of allowing you to change the energy, change the vibration, change that connection. When Ruiz says, don't make assumptions, sometimes we allow people to adjust our traction within our lives. We allow them to lead us to where we need to be. We have to stay somewhere in our life because that's where Mom lives. So I have to take care of Mom. Or I have to do this, or I have to do that, or this has to happen because I have to do it. But it's not working, love. It's not working, but I got to be here. A lot of the times we put things in our lives that we know are not working for us, but we feel guilty if we change them. But we have to allow ourselves the options to walk into the store. If everything in the supermarket was exactly the same thing, you probably wouldn't stay there too long because you'd only have to get the one thing and leave. Life isn't like that. You move into this vibration and you allow yourself to watch where your guides are leading you somewhere into the mix. Allow them to propel situations in your life. And I've always said, body, mind, spirit, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, it's going to happen 3 or more times to get your attention. But it is that question of allowing that energy within our higher self to maneuver us to a higher sense of consciousness. That's what we're looking for. That higher sense of vibration, that higher sense of consciousness. I want to maybe be one of the people that just raise my vibration high enough that I get to walk right off this earth plane. Just walk. Raise my vibration that high that I don't vibrate with this inner earth plane again. I probably won't get there. But it doesn't mean I can't change the thought before I get back to the spirit world. So that when I open my eyes on the spirit side of life, the cities, the dwellings, the things that I know are there are going to appear in front of me. Going to appear in front of me. And that's what you're looking to put as much stuff in your vibration as you can imagine on the other side. As Lucerne said, there are worlds upon worlds and dimensions upon dimensions and places to go beyond the mind's imagination. Where do you want to go? If you believe that, then you believe that there's no end to what you could possibly ask for on the other side. It continues out for eternity and actually propels itself back to you. When I was sick many years ago, I had a guide tell me, he was on the airplane, he was a teacher I had. He would tell me, he said, Louis, at some part in your lifetime, some part in a past life, an incarnation, At some place back there on your timeline, you are extremely wealthy. You're extremely healthy. You are connected to very powerful people. You enjoyed the best of life. Take yourself back there. Take your energy back there. I did a big study about cells and energy, and the cells, the energy, the vibration of energy within the cells. And that cell energy follows us through lifetimes. Where you were, where you entered this earth plane on your first journey here, is within the cells of your body. Every lifetime has an energy within your body. It is like a little stamp of what is connected. And what you do is you just bring your consciousness back there. Start bringing your consciousness back. And that's a lot of times happens during a meditation, through a connection to spirit, a meditation, allowing your connection to that through a meditation. Start starting to regress yourself back. When I teach meditation, I'm telling you, count yourself, see yourself walking down a hill, walking down a staircase, walking down, counting yourself back, walking down, not walking up, walking down a road, down a path, down a staircase, down a hill. See yourself going down. So you're taking yourself down to get out to where you need to be. And have a conscious idea of what you want to see when you get to the other side. If you want to know about some kind of past life, allow your guides to show it to you. Allow them to maneuver that energy within your vibration. I did eventually get back to lifetime. That was perfectly healthy. And I started to maneuver that energy and start to feel that energy. I allowed myself to feel that energy, and I became healthy. But the question is, I allowed myself to feel that vibration, that energy from that lifetime. So we can do that. We can maneuver us to, but we have to believe it too. See, that's that voice that plays that little song behind us. That we can do it, that we believe it. It's something that we're going to be able to hold on to it. But if your voice is telling you, oh, that's not it. Oh my God, you'll never get that. Oh my God, it'll stop your guides from moving any further. Because you're subconsciously telling yourself, I'm never going to get that, don't need to see that, don't want to see that. It's like when the Indians, when the Spanish came ashore and they had the helmets. Indians had never seen helmets. They had never seen people like this. So it was a new thing, so they didn't even know what they were looking at. So what you really want to do is you want to figure out what Spirit wants to show you. And a lot of times that's through meditation. They'll take you to places on the other side to give you a view. You travel in your sleep, so you get this pretty good view when you're sleeping, when you're connected to your higher self. So you get this pretty good view of that within your vibration. So you're kind of keeping notes. You're keeping track of what's going on. What are your guides trying to give? And that plays with the symbols, the grass on the side of the road, the flowers, what type of flowers. You see any animals in your meditation. Is the sky clear? Is it blue? Is it dark? Is it what's going on with that? When you walk past a stream, do you see things in the stream? Is the water clear? Is it dark water? Is it moving at a fast speed? You're looking at these things as you're moving through the meditation, trying to visualize what is going on here. And if you don't see anything to begin with, start training yourself. Start telling yourself, I really want to see something. Because sometimes in our lifetime, we've shut it down. We've shut the vibration down. And now we have to reopen it. We have to crack it open. We have to pull it loose. We have to pull it open to get that view of where we really want to be. So allow yourself to be nice to yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you don't see it today or tomorrow or a month from now. But just keep working on it. Just keep working on it. You might think, oh, Lewis, just saying affirmations day after day, that's not doing nothing. Oh my God, well, let me tell you something. Affirmations do work. They do work. You just got to keep putting them in motion. in this connection and motion and getting yourself to where you need to be. But it's this constant movement with that. This week you might not see a change. Next week you might not see a change. But then you start to see the energy start to change a little bit. That little voice behind you gets a little bit more quiet. It doesn't make the noise anymore. It doesn't do that whole vibration anymore. So you're starting to quiet it. You'll notice that the voice will start to get a little quieter, a little less noise coming from behind you. So you know at that point you're making some kind of headway of how your guides are working with you. And the Ho'oponopono prayer works extremely well. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And you continually say that in the vibration. You continually say that within the auric field. So I do an old prayer from an old psychic book, psychic healing book. And the prayer was, I am soul, I am light divine, I am love, I am will, I am fixed design. I say that a lot in my life because I like that prayer. I really liked it. Because I am soul, that's who I am. I am soul, I am light divine, I am love, I am light divine, I am love, I am will, I am fixed design, I am love, I have got free will, I am fixed design, is who I am. This is me. This is the body, the vibration I got born with in this lifetime. So the question is I say that. I am soul, I am light divine, I am love, I am will, I am fixed design. So you don't know what really works for you until it starts to I really like that. You'll know that some things probably won't work for you because you'll try to remember them and try to say them every day and they just aren't clicking for you. Then try to work on something else. Work on something that starts to stick with you, starts to propel the energy and get the motors running for you. So you have to allow yourself to find that vibration in your life. And no matter whether I'm teaching healing, whether I'm teaching mediumship, or I'm teaching whatever other subject I'm teaching with you in your life, that whole question is it has to fit you. You can't read like somebody else. You can't heal like somebody else. You can't meditate like someone else. You're going to meditate, heal, work with spirit the way you personally, your vibration works. How you connect to that higher sense of consciousness. And that's what you're looking for. I'm not going to say your life is going to be perfect. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be, oh my God, this is just perfect. But it will start to change. Because you'll notice that some of the crazy people that you have following you, some of the people on this earth plane that are living and breathing, that are just out there. They're just out there. And then at some point in our life, we attract certain people in our lives that need us, or different things in our lives. And we notice that after we start doing affirmations a while, some people just start to filter off. They don't show up anymore. They don't come around that much anymore. Because your energy has changed. Your vibration has changed. You've moved to a different level, a different vibration. So then you start to attract newer people within your life. People with that kind of consciousness, that kind of vibration, that consciousness within their life. Years ago when my brother was on drugs, years and years ago as my parents died, I tried to get him away, but he was with this group, and this group was that's where he was. He was just dwelled in this vibration. And I had to eventually pull him out of that group, pull him out of that vibration, get him completely away from it. And I started to help him change his vibration of where he needed to be. And then he started to attract new people within his life. Then the drug problem and different things, he's still free of drugs. But the question is he needed to change the view. Change the view that's in your life. And I'm not telling you that you need to change the view in your life, but look at it. Look at where you are. Are you happy? Are you connected? Are you loving what you do and loving the situation in your life? Those are those quiet things you ask yourself, and see what your higher self tells you. You asked about your job, different things in your life. See what your higher self is telling you. Then you ask yourself, okay, what do I need to put in motion to make this something better for myself? Then you allow them to maneuver situations of people into your life. and watch what appears. Maybe you need to move halfway across the country. Maybe you need to find a whole new area of work in your life. Maybe a relationship in your life isn't working the way it should work, and maybe that's something that has kind of been in motion. But what is connecting to you? What fits the vibration for you? Especially when you are connecting to this higher sense of consciousness. Allowing yourself, because you're not going to lead yourself. You're going to make objective situations going on in your life, trying to figure out exactly how this all works, and to maneuver yourself forward on a path. But you might say, well, I picked that path. I'm not really on that path. So I'm on this path. Your guides will maneuver you to the path that is going to make the biggest difference within your life. So you try to follow the path. So when we try to fight the path, we try to fight, the Spirit just duct tapes us and drags us down the path. But it's allowing ourselves to at least be open to follow that path. And it's the whole thing is finding you. There's so much stuff on the internet. When I was younger, it was hard trying to find stuff because we didn't even have the internet. We didn't even have, I'm telling my age now, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have all this stuff. It's at your fingertips now. You got to write at your fingertips to find all the affirmations, all the stuff you need in your life is all there. And you can just start making your own little vibration, your own little list of what works for you, and start repeating it and start putting it in motion. Make yourself a vision board. Make yourself a vision board if that's something, so you can visualize something. Put it up on the wall. Put it next to put it somewhere in your house, a vision board of what you feel like, well, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. And start visualizing what you feel that you need in your life. And start addressing your guides, because your guides are very visual. They're very visual. They look over your shoulder. They overshadow you. They watch what you write. They watch what you put down. They watch the things in your life. They listen to your inner voice. They listen to you. And they're trying to maneuver yourself down the path without hurting you too much, without disrupting the situation too much. So that's what they're really trying to do. They're trying to propel that in motion for you. But you have to listen to yourself, listen to you, listen to that connection to you. Because life is supposed to move at a direction. We're only on this earth plane for a short term. Sometimes we feel like it's shorter than what it is. I'm in my 60s, it's getting more. I've got less time here than I did when I was in my teenage years. So I'm getting closer to that, traveling to the other side, traveling to the spirit side of life. So I'm trying to make out a roadmap, of what I would like to see, especially if I'm going to be traveling on the other side. I'd like to have like some kind of roadmap of understanding of what's there. What am I going to see when I leave this earth plane? Not all of us are going to see guides and family members. Some of us, our family members are long past, and we don't really quite remember them. There are newer people in our lives that were in our lives longer than things. That I had my parents in my life for about 17 years. But after that, I had my father and mother-in-law in my life for over 30 years. So I have a stronger connection to my father-in-law and mother-in-law than I actually did to my parents. So who am I probably going to meet? Probably be my father-in-law and mother-in-law will actually arrive in front of me when I get to the other side, because a stronger connection to that vibration. Sure, I'll have other family members there, but there'll be a stronger connection. Or your loved one or your child will be the first person you see, the first vibration you see. But after you've had this little family gathering, this little vibration of family and connecting to all the people that were part of your group, you venture off into the spirit world, like going on a tour. You're venturing off. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? What do you want to see on the spirit side of life? Then you allow yourself to pick that journey. And that's what you're doing here. You're just changing it so that you're open for that beautiful vista on the other side. That's what you're doing. And you're changing this movement within the vibration to attract this very positive energy, this positive connection within your life here on this earth plane. That's what you're trying to do. There's nobody on the earth plane, there's nobody here that wants to have a bad life. Nobody. that wants to have a terrible life. Nobody wants that. Nobody signed up that trip. I know we didn't sign up on the other side. Says, well, I'll go right over that bulletin board, and that's what I want. No, we didn't do that. We came down here, and circumstances in our lives have brought us to where we are. Doesn't mean we have to keep the same circumstances. It means the circumstances have brought us to where we are. So you don't look in your past in your life. Don't look back. Look back, you're not going to be able to change. Everything's pretty much done. All you can do at this point is look at where you are now. Where on the vista, where on the path are you standing at this moment, today? And then say, okay, this is what I see ahead of me. And don't go off many, many, many years down the road, like 30, 40 years down the road. Go out 5 years. Go out 5 years from where you are right now. 5 years. Just go out 5. And say, okay, is this what I'm having my life good for me for the next 5 years? Is it good for me? Does it fit the vibration for me? And then allow yourself to understand that. I teach the whole thing about cycles, things in people's lives. There's a 7-year cycle, but I heard from my guides and worked with my guides, there's a 9-year vibration here. Your guides allow you to run with your life for 7 years. 7 years, you run. You get the credit card, you do all this stuff, you run with your life for 7 years. 8th year is a purging year. 3 of your guides have taken over. They've allowed you to go crazy for 7 years, do whatever you need to do for the 7 years. They step up, they redo. That's mostly because you watch the news, you watch different things happen. Most people die, most people leave the earth plane, most people do their whole situation in their 8th and 9th year. They don't want to start a cycle, don't want to end one either. 8th year is a purging year, throwout year, it's a regrouping, resetting year. 9th year, your guides allow you to look at what you kept, you get ready, you pick what you need in your life, you keep what you need in your life, then you venture into the next cycle. They hand you the credit card, as I call the credit card, or whatever you want to call it. They allow you to go in and pick up what you need in your life. And if it's not a life lesson or a life encouragement for you, your guides will literally propel it in front of you. They'll just give it to you. So sometimes we say, oh my God, Lou, I didn't get that. Then ask your guides, okay, I didn't get what I asked for. What are you wanting to give me? What do you want me to see? What do you want me to look at? Maybe you have to step. I tell people sometimes it's like there's rocks in the water. We had a large stream behind our house up north in Tennessee, and there was these like bunch of rocks across the creek. Now, I'm not going to jump the creek because I couldn't jump the whole creek, but I could jump from rock to rock to rock to get to the other side. And sometimes maybe we're in a rock. Maybe we're standing on a rock in the middle of the stream. Haven't got to the other side yet. We haven't got to where we needed to be yet, but we're okay. We're still above water. We're still where we need to be. Not quite where we want to be. So you start asking, start talking to your guides, explaining to them what you're looking for. And then watch. If I could get people just to do the affirmations. I know we have the day and time right now that people are, we got the COVID virus going on, we got all this stuff going on in our lives, and all this stuff is going on throughout the United States, the world at this point. But it doesn't mean that our place behind us, around us, cannot be this beautiful energy that transposes away from us, out from us, to personally encourage others. And if we change a few people's lives, they change a few people's lives, they change a few people's lives, then we have a group. We might be thinking, oh, I'm going to try to change my life. Well, by changing your life, you're going to change others. Because somehow they're going to follow you down the path. Not all of us are following the path. Not all of us are following everybody down the path. A lot of the times we were sent here not to be followers, but to take our machetes out and cut our own path through the wilderness and be a scout. And people were to follow us. We were never supposed to follow them. And when you're looking at your life, if you're stuck, if you're not moving forward, and you're just where you are right now, and it's just not working for you, then quietly ask your guide, say, okay, this isn't quite working for me. This isn't really connecting to me. What do I need to do? Allow them to maneuver that within your life. And then say, okay, it's not quite working. What do I need to do? Allow them to produce the people, events, and situations within your life that get you to where you need to be. And that's how it works. And how it works with Spirit through my whole life, it's always been that way. I allow them to lead me. Sometimes I fight. I do too. I fight them. I go, no, I'm not doing that. But sometimes I have to give in. I have to say, okay, we'll do this, but I'm not agreeing to it. We'll do it. But then it starts to fall into place, and everything starts to click, and I'm going, I should have done this before. I should have done this. But sometimes I have to fight. But I'm learning better as I'm getting older to listen and to evaluate and to move forward. And so we have to realize that not all of us are going to find our path in this lifetime. Maybe sometimes in this lifetime you're supposed to help others, encourage others, get them on their path, do what you need to do for them, and then you venture back to the spirit world. You were never here for you. You were never here for you. You make that conscious effort within your life from the spirit side of life that says, I want to go help all these people. I need to help the group. I need to help the vibration of the group. And I want to do this, and this. And it had nothing to do with your life lessons. It had nothing to do with you. It had all to do with the group. It had all to do with that vibration, the total group energy, never your energy. So, and we're at the best we have ever been in our whole lives, through our lifetimes. We have every memory of every lifetime, of every incarnation embedded within ourselves and within our lives. Every lifetime, every incarnation, every vibration that has ever happened in our lives is embedded within ourselves. So we can call upon that cell energy to give us the energy that we need, or the information that we need, to make this life very peaceful, very nice, very comfortable, very peaceful for ourselves. And if something happens in our life that causes us to throw us off balance, we never keep going down the hill. You want to fall into a cave full of snakes and sit down there with the snakes when there's a rope hanging there that you can climb out, just because you fell into this. And you always have to ask yourself, okay, I'm here. This is what's happening. How do I get myself from this? And there might be a little bit of journey. You might have to transfer a couple of rocks to get yourself to where you need to be, but you'll get there. But tell them. I have so many things in my life that I tell people, don't ask your guides. Oh, that's being selfish. No, it's not. You brought this stuff through many lifetimes, so the stuff that you have on the other side belongs to you. It's got your vibration on it, so it belongs to you. And they might not supply your wants. Your wants might want a whole bunch, but they're going to supply what you personally need within your life. So allow yourself to accept it. If you get a whole bunch of money in your life, and somebody said the other day, well, boy, if I ever got that much money, I don't know what I blah, 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 blah. Their whole voice is going on. I'm going, dear, you probably never shouldn't ask for that type of money. Because you're telling your whole voice is telling you that you're probably not going to be able to accept it, even if it dropped in your life tomorrow morning. Ask for what fits the vibration for you, what connects the vibration. And give them a pretty good list of what you're looking for in a relationship. Guys have a sense of humor with relationships. They'll bring people in your life, you go, oh my God, they look kind of what I wanted, but boy, when I start pulling out the luggage and start unpacking their luggage, oh my God. Make sure you're asking for the major parts within the relationship of what you're looking for. Even if you're in a relationship and you're in that connection to a relationship, talk to your guys. Say, I really need this in this relationship. This is what I'm really looking for in this relationship. Your guys will leave you. Go over to talk. Whoever's in your life, they will talk to their guides. They'll have a little meeting. They'll have a little discussion. And then things start to change. You go, oh my God, that changed. Oh, that fixed itself. Oh my God, that's quick. Your guides will go talk to their guides. And I've been doing mediumship mostly my whole life, since I've been 4 or 5 years old. I've always been in connection with spirit. I've always had connection to spirit. I always talked to them and worked with them. They've always helped and encouraged me on my path in my life. And so I've always kind of, through my life, had that understanding that this wasn't really, I might have picked the birth, might have picked my family, might have picked this whole vibration all the way to the age of 17, 18, because I couldn't go out on my own just yet. So I picked this. I always remember in my life, what in the world did I do in a past life? What did I do to cause that? To maneuver that into my life? Why did I choose that? And then later in my life, I figured out that my choice in that vibration was to affect the people, get them into where I needed to be, moved me to a situation in my life that where Spirit needed me to help the whole, to help the vibration. But it was always this journey through my life, through the whole vibration, to get me to where I needed to be. So you have to realize that everything around you has this connection, this vibration, this connection. We are in Q&A mode, so if you would like to ask a question, or you'd like to ask me a question, I'm going to keep talking, but we are in Q&A mode, so if you want to ask me a question, and you got a question you want to ask, I'll be glad to answer it. But remember, the vibration here is allowing yourself to really find this true endeavor within your vibration. You. There's nobody else. It's just you. It's how you're perceiving you. Because you're going to change everybody's life. You're going to change everybody's just by you changing yours. Well, in Casadega, people out here say, Lewis, we're going to change the camp. We're going to change the whole Bible. We're going to change it. And they're the first ones that get scattered off. Because you're never going to change the vibration. You're only going to change yourself. And through changing yourself, the energy that you propel out into the spirit world, out into the ethers, is going to change the people around you and change the vibrations you see in front of you. It's never you changing the whole aspect, because you could be in kind of a den of vipers. You're not going to change these people if they don't really radiate to you. You're not going to change them. You can't, because there's a group of them. You're only going to change the energy that filters to self within your own vibration. So don't think that you're going to change the world by changing the world. You're going to change your vibration, getting the knowledge, getting the vibration, changing the energy, doing this stuff within your vibration, and in turn, that changes it. Not you just running in and trying to change the other people. I learned that many years in Casadega. You can't change the whole group. All you can do is just change your own energy and move forward with the situation. But I really wanted to kind of give you that idea of you could ask. Don't feel like it's being selfish, like, oh, Lewis, that's just being selfish. I should ask for that. No. It doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. You never know. It could be something that, oh my God, I got it. Oh my God, I got exactly what I asked for. When I was studying Rampa many years ago, Rampa, JZ9, Rampa, I learned Rampa, worked with Rampa for a while in my life. And then the question here is, I took parts of that because I understood that. I understood where Rampa was coming from. There's a book that Rampa wrote called The White Book. It's Rampa, The White Book. And some people that are in tune and in the spiritual knowledge will start to read that book and go, oh my God, I know all this stuff. It starts to awaken your senses. Some of the other stuff later in her vibration got a little crazy. But the White Book, that changed my life. It changed the vibration and my thought about situations within my life. It just changed. Oh my God, it just changed it. Just by reading that White Book. And that may be something you might look at and say, maybe I should read that. Maybe I should look at that. But look at something that encourages you, that uplifts you, that propels you forward. And allow that energy to be part of your vibration. Each one of you that are on this call today, you are awesome. You are awesome. And you have to realize that. You just realize that. Just with me just saying, oh my God, you're just awesome. But you have to realize that. You have to realize that you are as awesome as I believe you are. And once you do, it starts to change the energy ahead of you. It starts to draw the people, the spirits, the situations in your vibration to maneuver you down the path to get yourself to where you need to be. And that's what you do. You just do that. But find your affirmations. Find what works for you, whether it's spiritualist affirmations, just regular affirmations. Maybe it's the whiteboard with Jill, with Tally. Maybe it's Ruaz with the 4 agreements. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But find what works for you, what fits the vibration for you, and start repeating it. Start repeating it. Start a little practicing in your life for at least about a month. Give it about a month. Sometimes it takes a little while for your spirit guides to get on the same page as you. But allow yourself to just keep doing it for at least a month. And then when you start doing your affirmations, start doing them, feel the energy in the vibration. Feel the energy around yourself. Just feel it. Close your eyes and listen to yourself. Feel the energy. Give it about a month. Then start to feel the energy again. You're going to feel a difference. 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 So remember, everything in your life is connected to you. It is connected to the vibration of balance. So balance where you are. Find where you need to be. Listen to yourself and love yourself. Love who you are right now, because if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to change the vibration. Sure, we all make mistakes in our lives. Things happen in our lives. Things are put in motion in our lives, and we take it to heart, and we put all this stuff in our lives. But remember, where you are at this point, where do you personally see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself? Allow yourself to move in that vibration. So I really want to thank you today for tuning in and being part of this conversation. We're going to be doing next week. Remember, next week, next Thursday. Next Thursday is going to probably be a half hour again. I'm going to talk about things probably a half hour, 35 minutes next week. Got to go get the stitches out of my dog, so we got to be at the vet office at 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock. So we got to be out. So my little French bulldog, we get her little stitches out. So the question is I'll be about 35 minutes. We'll do it, and then we'll do it next week. So I want to thank you for tuning in and being part of this today. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Louis.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.